Oh yeah, we back at it, baby. So I'm always excited to do these videos because I am in a space in my life where I can do videos like this and it does not affect my job, right? Or it doesn't affect my career. Let me give you an example. I used to do sales and marketing for an engineering firm, right? Now, in that engineering firm, they look at everything. Before they do any business with you, they'll pull up your social media accounts, everything. And they will analyze the type of character that you are before they decide to do business with you. And I used to get phone calls about certain videos that I would make, talking to my audience, because before I got that job at the engineering firm, I had my own brand already. I was already doing my own thing. So when I got the job with them, they started trying to regulate a lot of the stuff that I was doing. Now, what happened was, the same thing that happened to my mom happened to me. And that's how I became a full-time entrepreneur virtually overnight, right? I've been training for this for a very, very long time. But I became a full-time entrepreneur because what happened to my mom happened to me. Some of you guys know my story already. How my mom used to be a home care attendant in Jamaica, Queens, New York. And one day they called her in after a training and they let her go. This situation with the engineering firm was basically the same thing. Friday, I was expecting the payroll to go through and then hit my account. I look at my account, no payroll was deposited. I went into the office. I was like, hey, look, I didn't get my payroll. What's going on? My buddy at the time, who I was working closely with, he was saying, okay, you're going to have, let me make a couple of phone calls, right? He made a couple of phone calls, and then from that point, he told me there's nothing he can do. So right there on the spot, it was kaput for me, right? The same thing that happened to my mom happened to me. So from that point, I became the full-time entrepreneur. I said, you know what? I was pushing the notary thing part-time, like really, really side hustle, right? So I decided to start doing the notary thing after these guys let me go without warning. So what I'm saying to you guys is this, man, even though that you are working real hard to become an entrepreneur right now, and you see the writing on the wall, they might be phasing out, they might be hiring new people, overlooking you for different positions, right? You're getting skipped over. You're not getting the bonuses that you were promised. I went through all of that. One thing's for sure is that cash flow goes for everything. I don't care if you're a multi-billionaire or you are a new entrepreneur to this game. It all comes down to how much money that you got coming in. That guy in Canada for the engineering firm let me go. Lost my job. Right there on the spot. Immediately, I was thinking, do I go ahead and go get another job? Or do I go ahead and push this entrepreneurial shit that I've been training for all of these years in the notary business? And I went after the notary business, and then 4 years later, I'm still a full-time entrepreneur. So you never really see how this transition happens, okay? Things might be going great at your job today, but you know in your heart of hearts that that's not where you're supposed to be in life, right? And I just want to say, man, keep going. You never, look, man, it might be a year. It might be 2 years. Heck, it might be 30 days from now that you become this entrepreneur that you wanted to be. A lot of the people that I've been training, I've only been doing the training notaries for the last year, okay? And within that year, I probably trained over 1,000 notaries on my platform. Over 1,000 notaries. And I did not know that I would have this type of impact in this. And I'm gracious, I'm humble. Salute to you guys. It's all about you guys. Salute to you guys for allowing me to teach you what I know, because it comes from the heart. I really don't want you guys to go through the shit that I went through and what my mom went through. God rest her soul. She got fired. She cried and pleaded for this guy to give her a job because I was a young kid at the time. I was only 15 years old. She's like, how am I going to support my son? How am I going to pay my rent? If you ever been in a situation where you felt supremely helpless, right? You understand how it's not an option for you to become this entrepreneur, right? It's not an option. Like, by hook or crook, I have to become an entrepreneur, or I am not living the life that God has intended for me. So how did I become this entrepreneur full time? I got fired, yo. I got fired. Straight up. They did not send my paycheck. And from that point, I said, all right, well, I'm not going to stick around. I'm going to go ahead and push this notary business through. And then from that very day, I did not know, one hand to God, I did not know that day was going to be the day that would last me for, even to this day, 4 years later, full-time entrepreneur. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. I wouldn't trade being an entrepreneur. So if you feel in your heart of hearts that your destiny is to be able to own your own, make your own time, create your own money. If you truly believe that is for you, I strongly suggest, I don't care if you don't have to take my program. There's a lot of other good notary programs out there. You could check them out. Shout out to all those guys that are doing it, because they're doing that from the heart. So, and I can tell you right now is that they want to see you succeed. All of those guys that have their online program. My program's a little bit different because I come from a different space, a different time, a different era. I come from New York with money's always on my mind. I got a bit of a hustler mentality, but I'm also a businessman. So the approach that I take towards this notary industry, I show people how to get the money. I show them how to get the bags. And not only the bags on the active income side, but the bags on the passive income side, right? On the passive, I just left the gym, ladies and gentlemen. So on the passive income side, that's why I'm opening up everything that I have going on, and I pour it inside of the academy. Why do I pour it inside the academy? Imagine if you had a chance to sit down with Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Diddy or Damon Dash while they were building their empire. And you got to be the fly on the wall and be like, oh, that's how you did it. That's how you did it. That's how you did it. Okay, he was able to maneuver this way. All right, in a room full of vultures, right? He was able to move that way. We don't have that luxury right now. Or they didn't have that luxury to document it. They tried to document it as best as they can. Dame Dash is actually going to be releasing a documentary of his life about how they founded Rockefeller. That type of information is so important. So I document as much as I can, and I pour it inside of the academy so you guys can see every single step that I did to get to where I'm at, and to where I am able to train other notaries reach the potential that they want to do. And then they take it and they run, they go, they're out of here. Right? So if you guys Want to learn more? Try it out for 7 days. Click the link in the bio, right? The Notary Cashflow Academy, it's in the name. That's what I do. So peace, love, and happiness. I wish you guys the very best. Cash flow it, man. The world is yours. The only thing that's stopping you from getting to where you want to be is all that bullshit that you've been thinking about and stirring in your head and believing that crap. Get that stuff out of your, abandon that shit. It's time for a new life. Peace.